Hello, Natalie. How are you? Ah, there we go. Let's see here. I'm not going to fart around too much beforehand. I'm going to smoke this in my vape. So I've gone over your information. Where'd my book go? There it is. And I've already introduced you to Tarot Spirit, the guides. Your name, birth, all that information. And then I posed your questions and asked for answers, direction, and guidance on those as well. You're getting the mysterious deep. So let's get your shuffle right up here. I won't waste too much time. Oops. Have some guidance, direction, some answers to Natalie Worth's questions. Bring forth what she needs to know, what she needs to be aware of, what could be coming at her. What a beautiful day we have. So you live in Kingston, you're on the Kingston Peninsula? I live there, 8 years. Beautiful place, but you're better off owning a horse and buggy over there in the wintertime. The roads. Oh my God, the roads. That's what I remember. And one reason I was glad that we left is the only reason I was glad, because I loved it over there. But I was tired of my vehicle having the shit beat out of it. And you had no choice but to drive through potholes because there was nowhere else to go. So that last road on the way to Westfield Ferry, that big long road, and then you take a left and you drive right there at Westfield. That road there had to be the worst on the peninsula. Had to be, by far. My husband worked for 10 years as well on the ferry system there. He was actually a shop steward for 5 of the ferries. So he took care of the boys and stuff like that. And the girls. They've got women now, so. Yeah. I'll go through one more here. Be a beautiful day over there today. Beautiful. I lived in a few places on the peninsula, three different places. They were all gorgeous, all on the water. Everyone, just beautiful. One more run through, and then I think I'm gonna cut the deck. Okay, cut. Consult with Lilith to see if these are indeed your cards. Lilith, as this deck stands at the top 7 cards, the cards that are meant for this personal private reading for Natalie Worth in this mysterious deep spread are the top 7 cards, the cards that are meant for Natalie's spread. Thank you. You may rest. She never swayed for a moment, so it's a yes. I'm going to pull the camera down so you can watch your spread being laid. Alrighty then. First card, I'm going to have to push it back a tiny bit though. First card is your present situation, heart of the matter, the question. Knight of Wands and activity. Okay. Your next card is the past causes for the present. Knight of Cups, proposals. Why'd you have to show up in this reading? I just don't like him. He's a waste of space. Your next card is how this is affecting you. Page of Cups, imagination. Your next card, What could be blocking you? The Death card in transformation. Your next card, helpful influences. The High Priest, wisdom. What to do to improve your situation is the Two of Wands, vision. And your final card is the Queen of Pentacles, kindness. And this is your 7-card spread. Ta-da! Don't like him. He's a waste of space. He's my Fabio of the ocean. I don't know if you know who Fabio is or was, but he looks just like him. And maybe unlike him, Fabio actually made a living off of his looks, his good looks. This guy strives for that. This guy believes that if it's not an actual person, he's more of something out of your past, of an energy. Self-disillusionment comes with this card I'm hearing for you. Accepting the facts, the way things are. This could have actually been somebody from your past. This is somebody you learned a lot of lessons from. Not that they taught you, but indirectly, if you know what I mean. This could have been a maturing point for you. I don't know what this is. I have no... Just give me a minute here. He's all about proposals. Basically, what this card really means is... I forgot my other lights. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Okay. This is a guy with pie in the sky dreams. Get rich quick schemes. This is a guy whose intentions are quite innocent. He's not a mean person, and it's not a mean energy. It's one of teaching, if nothing else. These are lessons learned. If this was a person, this would be somebody that came to you in the past and made some kind of proposal to you. Yes, it could be a wedding proposal, but it could be other proposals to have to do with money, investing yourself in some way, shape, or form into his ideas and his schemes. And the thing is, do you ever meet people like that? They're all talk, but you never see the action. And they always got these really great ideas that are going to make them wealthy and happy and all these things. And nothing comes through. It's somebody that's always... It always falls to the wayside. It never materializes. This could indicate as well for you that you've learned lessons from the past. Any that you were burned by, they were the biggest lessons of all, the ones you never forget, the ones that burned you. And this could be affecting you today. This could be affecting your present day. He's from your past. He has an influence on what's going on now. I may come back to him. Your present situation. And just like your questions, I could just say the same thing about your questions with this card is you're looking for stuff to start happening and start developing in your life and moving forward. You want to start seeing your ideas and your dreams come to life. And you have dreams, you have ambition, this is a card of passion. This right here means this in the present, like now, currently, is a deep passion. A fire that burns inside, because That's what wands are all about. They're about fire. They're about passion. This is a very extremely high active energy as well. When this card shows up, the things that you've been waiting on, the things that you've been waiting for, the things that you've had to hold back on, the gates have been kicked open. The green lights are flashing. The white flag is waving. It's time to start moving. You're going to be actually able to do, this card predicts that. Almost every area of your life in your present days that you go through is going to get a big energy boost. It's going to be, it's a good thing. There's going to be a lot of good stuff going on around you, a lot of good stuff unfolding, and you're seeing a lot of good stuff coming towards you. This is wonderful. There's going to be opportunities and offers coming your way. Just be mindful. Don't dismiss them right off, but be mindful of what he's all about. Okay, he's the one with proposals and offers, this sort of thing. So take your time, you be careful, don't get yourself invested into something that's going to burn your butt down the road. Be very, very, very smart. Don't get emotional about these things. Don't let emotions come into play, because they can kind of like throw you off track. They can mislead you. And try to keep everything factual. There's no room for doubt when you're dealing with facts. There's no room for mistakes if you stick to the facts. Do your homework, do your legwork, do your own investigating, do your own digging. Don't go by word of mouth, I'm hearing as well. Just because somebody, you know, your best friend told you this and that, maybe she's wrong about a few things. You've got to go straight to the source. Go straight to the source if you want to see things really magically start to happen, but only for real. Your world of communications, email, text messages, phone calls, meetings, big energy boost there, which means that you're going to be very busy in your world of communications. I think there's going to be more people to have to deal with through every day. You're going to have some decisions that you have to make, and you have to mull over. Like I said, use your intellectual side of your brain. Leave the emotions way off in left field somewhere. You can get excited, but don't... you've got to look at reality. I'm feeling that for you. You always have to check reality first before you get too excited. Don't want to jump the gun. Once you get where you're going to, once you receive what you're trying to bring to you, once the things you want to have happen are actually happening, then you get excited. All you want, party, celebrate, whatever. That's what I'm hearing for you. Yes, decisions, a lot of decisions. As far as your family goes, this card refers to family as well, Natalie. You're making progress within your family. There's progress within the family. There's a growth. More camaraderie, feeling a little closer, a little more trusting. Support, more support than before. There's finding support within the family structure you never really were aware of with some people. Stay on whoever it is you're dealing with and discussing matters within the family. It sounds really crazy to say this, but speak to them in a language that they can understand. Maybe that's been a problem in the past. Mixed communications, when you're communicating, people taking each other the wrong way. People not paying attention when they should, something important being overlooked because somebody didn't bother to, you know, this sort of a thing. There could be jaded feelings there a little bit, nothing serious, but a little bit. Well, you know, I was going through this and I really needed you there, or I could have, and you weren't there. And the other person is saying, I didn't know it was that serious, I'm sorry. I am sorry. So there could be the mending of these little nuances between yourself and the rest of the family. Little nuances, just nothing big, nothing life-shattering, but maybe hurt feelings, a little twinge, and having that acknowledged after the fact, and somebody saying, I'm really sorry, I dropped the ball. I didn't think it was that serious. I wasn't really listening, or something like this. That's what I mean by growth. You're learning to communicate a lot more clearly now. Um, but it's a good thing. This card's about the good things about family. So it's nice that you have this card. So there'll be a lot of um, communication going on with family members as well. And that's been lightened. Um, your professional life as well. Things are going to start. I see professional and I'm thinking profound. There could be a profound change or two. Big change in your professional part of your life, sphere, your job, your career, what that may be. I don't care if you're working, pushing French fries at McDonald's, it doesn't matter. But there's going to be some changes there. Good ones. Looks like you might be doing a little bit of traveling. And in personal relationships, if you are, with somebody, or wanting to be with somebody, there's going to be movement and growth in that relationship. Fast forward movement. The energy with this card is very quick. It's very high, and it can be intense at times. But this is going to happen once the ball starts to roll. It's almost like two people coming together, and they, like each other, care about it, they're dating, whatever. Maybe they're even living together at this point. But you've never been able to really maybe bare your soul to this person before, and now you can. It changes the water on the beans to a certain point, as the saying goes. It means it may look the same, but there's been some changes. And the water's been changed, and we don't see that when we're looking at it, right? It looks like the same old water was there before. It's not. It's been refreshed. It's new. And within that, there's an energy boost as well. That's really, really good. The advice of this card, it wants you to make the most of the time that you have to put into things, to invest yourself into things. And what you need to do is, a little advice from tarot, is to stand back and look at your situation, like whatever the situation is, whatever you've got going on, walk away from it and come back with a fresh set of eyes and a fresh perspective. And now, getting things in order, almost like a priority list. And to do things properly, you could maybe 10 things on this priority list that you have to work through, you have to deal with, you have to get done. Look through that list one more time and look at something that's going to give you the biggest payback immediately, the biggest reward, the biggest results for all your work, and deal with that first. Get the big stuff first and start working your way down to the smaller things. Some of the big things that you take care of up here will negate the a couple of the bottom things, the bottom of the list. It'd be such a good thing that it will take care of a couple of the little things. You won't even have to, it'll be like a package kind of thing. Because you did this, it fixed that down there. That kind of a thing. Focus on your projects that you have going on right now. Your energy goes where your focus is, right? So remember that. Then put that into effect with people, projects, or situations too. There is a sense of freedom with this energy. This is beautiful. But fast movement. Do you ever hear the expression, it took my breath away? Things will be happening so quick, you'll have moments when you feel like that. Oh, wow. You're going to have a couple moments, at least one good one, at least one, where it's going to take your breath away and you're going to be blown away by something, but it's something very beautiful and it's something good for you. It's something you're going to be very happy with and happy about. And you'll be saying, how lucky am I? How lucky am I? But it's fast moving, so I hope you like speed. High energy with this, a lot of passion with this. It's hot. It's what I call a hot card. Your keywords, I always usually put the advice and the keywords on the back verbatim right out of the book because they're important. And your keywords, things to look for. Energy, feeling that shift of everything picking up. There's a lightness to the air. Things are moving fast, but they're lighter. Nothing weighing you down. But energy, movement, passion, focus, balance, communications and relationships. This is coming on you very soon. If it hasn't already begun, it's coming on you very, very, very soon. Your next card here is how everything's going to be affecting you. The Page of Cups is a very, 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 very good card. It's very, very good. I don't have the advice of the sea. There's nothing on the back of that card. But this card represents your inner child. When we're truly content with ourselves, we're content to the core of us. And what's found within the core of us is our inner child, is the person we were born into. It's where our emotions were born, where they grew from, where they molded. It's where our intellect was born, the way it's molded, the way it's grown, and all of that. So within the core of us, when it comes to the inner child, that never changes. The outside, the other layers of us do. We change, but the very core of us, we're the same now as we were at 3 and 4 years old. I believe that. What made you cry at 3 could probably make you cry at, 35, right? There could be, as well, a good friend of yours, somebody you know well, that could be calling you and letting you, giving some kind of offer to you, an offer for something. I'm feeling more like they're tipping you off on something that you wanted. That's what they're doing. They're tipping you off on something that you wanted. They happened to come across something and they knew that I'm trying to find it. Whatever it is, your response is going to be, what? Are you kidding me? And they're saying, no, I'm not kidding you. I'm just letting you know, and I knew you'd be excited about this. It's some kind of a thing for you to take advantage of, to move in on, and take to call your own. I don't know what, I can't get past it. If you are single, possibility of a new love there, but if you're with somebody, it's going to be a renewed love within the relationship. It's like turning a turning point. It's going to get better. It's going to feel better. It's going to feel right. This is somebody you're going to be very close with, and a bond is deepening with this person. Beautiful. Money is there as well. So there's money moving around. Friendship's going to be highlighted here. Strong bonding relationships with a chosen few. There's growth in this area for you. Taking something to the next level in a relationship. You're very happy here. You're very happy. Very happy. There's something deep inside of your spirit, your psyche even, that's being fed now that wasn't being fed before. What is that? I'm not being shown, but I'm picking up on that. And that's where the inner child comes in, right? And being given permission to use your imagination. It's probably going to give you some kind of second sight. So pay attention to that inner child. Pay attention to your imagination. You may say to yourself, and just imagine this. Where did that come from? How did I see that? And you could say to yourself, maybe this is going to actually happen. And chances are it is, whatever it is, you're tapping in on something that's right around the corner for you. This is a relationship card about good relationships, or relationships becoming more than they already are in a good way. All right. Your next card we have here is the things that could be blocking you, or what is blocking you. And this isn't necessarily a bad card, Natalie. Don't worry about a death coming. There's no other cards around it to reflect or to imply that. I need to get a little drink of something. I'm getting really dry. But the card of, I'll tell you the little story. Maybe you've heard me say it. When this card shows up, it's a card of, this is a fishing dory right here. You may already know that. This part being in this part of the country. And it's got the bow and the stern, the nets are laying there, rotting off. The sides are kicked out or rotted off. She's all on her side, the whole bit. And in her prime, she sailed the ocean, the great Atlantic Ocean, and probably the Bay of Fundy. And after so many years, the wear, the tear, the aging, 5 or 6 fishermen stood on the headland, hands in pockets, and they watched her, sink down, down, down. And the captain said, "All right, boys, she's dead in the water now. Come on, boys, it's time to get to work. We go to build another." And down she went, and they walked away. She settled on the seabed floor, just like you see her. She wasn't dead at all. Not by a long shot. She was just repurposed. That's a powerful thing. It's a powerful card with a powerful meaning and a message. Repurposed. Okay, here's what I just heard for you. That no matter what's going on in your life, no matter what's coming to you, no matter what's leaving you, it's never the end of it. It just becomes something else. And that something else becomes your focal point. That something else becomes your baby. That something else becomes your life, your world. There's no death with this card today. Not today, there isn't. Not for you. This is a card of death, but it's a card of rebirth. When death comes into the picture, death is as much of Mother Nature as life. And I'm saying this metaphorically. The death of something. Job, relationship, situation, anything like that. But death, in the most natural way, removes what is no longer wanted or needed or useful in our life. In the most natural way, it removes it. And it leaves an opening. And that opening is for something brand new waiting in the sidelines to come in and fill that spot. So there's your rebirth. We take away, but then we give. And this means like plans not going exactly the way you want it to, wanted them to go, but things, there's somebody shifted gear and there's been a change, and you need to roll with the change and stand back in wonder, new experience coming at you, something new you've never been through or walked through or been exposed to before, and stand there with wonder and watch as it unfolds. It's brand new for you. This is brand new for you. So pay attention and listen up. Um, leave yourself open to learn. There's something new here coming up. And it is death. It is change. It is transformation. It's a transition from one way of being to another way of being, or working at one place, transitioning into a new job, transitioning into a new life, transitioning in your relationships. This card covers an awful lot. It's a big card, so it can't cover all the things I've just stated, which means it's a high activity and a lot going on. I'm not going to stop here for a drink till I get this done. But it's the taking of the old, making room for the new. Embrace the changes that come your way. Embrace them. Life changing, life enriching. It's a card of rebirth and a card of endings, a card of change, a card of relief and release, letting things go, and conclusions and endings. Almost like getting like the Ten of Swords, and tens all being about endings. And the endings here, Natalie, the endings that come in your life that you're going to be going through, they're as final as death. Once something is over, it's not coming back. It's not going to reoccur. It is done. And all the rebirth starts to happen. All the newness starts coming in. It's a wonderful card. You need to learn to leave yourself open-minded. Don't be quick to judge when things come in that you don't recognize, that you're not familiar with. Don't be fast to judge negatively. The beautiful thing about life is possibilities. Every day can be or have something held within that day that could change your life in a heartbeat, for better, for worse. Going with the flow and giving yourself a few minutes grace to figure something out before absorbing it too quickly, being overwhelmed by it, or judging it. You've got to give yourself a few minutes of grace to look at things more objectively maybe than you have before. Make that a part of your thing. I like to think before I call it. I don't want to just call something without even understanding it at all or even giving it a chance. So don't be so quick. If changes come and you smell them or you see them coming, just give it a bit. And chances are you will embrace these changes. You know, and dealing in reality is some changes are going to mean some work ahead to make these changes or to make them pan out. It will involve time, patience, and work, and you'll find your way through that. Now I got to get a drink. Just one moment. Let's see what I got to drink. Oh my. Where are we? That Pepsi's good. That's good enough. I was listening to Matchbox 20. I like to listen to music before I read because it gets me to, it kind of cleans out my spirit. I'm kind of emptying the day's ashes out, put it that way. And music, always is listening to Matchbox 20. I like a lot of their stuff. I heard some more obsolete stuff by them today, and I just kind of hit the button and move on. I'll go back and listen to them another time, but I like their hits. It's Saturday in Chance Harbor. We've got antique cars go by all day, gangs of motorcycles going by all, and those people, the bikes, you hear them coming from 2 miles away. And it's a beautiful day, and the bikers love Chance Harbor. Route 790, they absolutely love it. What am I looking for? I know what I'm looking for, but I don't know where it went. Figures. Okay. Your next card. I really like this guy. It's the High Priest. He represents wisdom. He's the teacher of tarot. It's a teacher of the ocean. He stands between the portal that separates terra firma, the life of man, man's world, and he stands there, and on the other side of the portal is the dimension that we communicate with spirit, our loved ones, our guides, where the magic comes from. It's not magic, but I like using the word magic. I just do. Sometimes with this card, now, you know, I just heard because there's restrictions involved sometimes. In your case, it's restrictions. Somebody that's not completely agreeing with your ideas, your plans, your thoughts, and you're feeling yourself pulling in a little bit, pulling back, maybe trimming some things off of your plans and your dreams. But somebody's making you feel like this is what you need to do. Whether they're right or not, I don't see that yet. Big thing with this card, what he represents is traditions, family traditions. Very, very strong on family traditions, family involvement, family in general. It's a very, very strong card. It's allowing room for everybody's spirit and personality within it, so that everybody grows within the family structure. And you're working at lifting restrictions like that. Wanting everybody to just loosen up a little bit more. Be more open and receptive and more sensitive for the family members to all be that way with each other. We'll put it that way. This card also, he wants you to tap into your intuition and really start working it. He's going to guide you to your intuition, I should say. Intuition is going to guide you. You might be furthering your education. Does that sound right? Taking some kind of a course. And you're looking for the right place to go, the right class. It's a card of growth and knowledge and wisdom, spirit. But it shows that you will be looking, and you need to listen to your inner wisdom and be real and realistic and grounded at the same time. If you're looking for furthering your education or gaining knowledge of some kind that's going to help you along the way, now's a good time to do it. It's good. The energies are right. So something for you to maybe think about. A card represents the unity of two people coming together. Now, I know this sounds out there for this day and age, but the restrictions could fall into place because it's over somebody else's religious traditions or beliefs. You know, let me pull my book on him. I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything. There's so many meanings for like one card kind of a thing. But let's see what we have here. Thought I heard a card door. He's a major arcana, which is wonderful. Where is he? I thought he was. Okay, he's way up at the front. I don't use my book very often. It's been years, but every now and again, I don't mind pulling it. I like to wring everything I can out of a card as far as the meanings go. You can come in. That's just my son. I knew I heard him. Here we go. I'll read you the little clip. It'll help. The high priest is a spiritual leader of the oceanic realm. The crook in his left hand shows his role within the church. He is the shepherd of his flock or congregation, like his spiritual partner, the high priestess. He stands at the portal between the realm of the divine and the world of mankind, and his right hand is open, offering wisdom and offering knowledge. He represents Orthodox religions, marriages, ceremonies. He represents wisdom, powerful leadership. If you find yourself in a leadership position, you find yourself thrown in there maybe or something along those lines, this is actually a gift from the high priest for you. This is a good thing. And maybe just being leadership of your own life, you're the captain of your own ship, right? Making your own decisions, feeling the freedom to do that is wonderful. He also predicts a unity in two ways, in your mind, your body, and your soul, so that you feel more connected to your intuition and closer to your guides. And secondly, he represents the unity of two people as they come together as one. An additional meaning of the card is convention and tradition. But if this isn't for you, you may feel restricted by another's traditional beliefs. The advice is to listen to your inner wisdom, which will guide you toward a new educational path, a new belief, or a new teacher. And your keywords are education, traditional beliefs, ceremonies, unity, marriage, values, and authority. And I'm hearing on that last word is playing by the rules, following the regulations in anything that you're in, following the expectation, what is expected of you, paying respect to that as well, not questioning it, more than happy to do it. Anything extra that's called for you, that's laid at you, you're ready to take it on at this point. You truly are. You'll know what to say yes to and accept and what to say no to. Listen to your inner wisdom, that voice that tells you this is a good thing. It's kind of like the Fool, the card of the Fool. You're to listen to your gut. And when you're looking at something and you're not quite sure yet, when you get up close and personal to it, use your intuition. It'll sing an opera for you. And if you like what it is that you see, and it feels right, and it feels good, then Spirit and Tarot want you to go ahead and dive right in. Be brave, be risque, and go ahead and try something. I want to put the word new on the end of that. Go ahead and try things that are new to you. Don't be afraid. Be more adventurous. Have more of the explorer within yourself. And you don't want to miss any opportunities that could be there, so don't cut things off short. You know, you could have 5 beautiful opportunities in front of you, and you get to pick, make the decision and pick. Maybe you're only seeing the 3 middle ones. You're not seeing the ones on the end. Take a wider view of anything that's like that. Your next card we're looking at here is the 2 of Wands. And it's vision. What to do to improve your situations that you're going through. And it's about vision. This is, I'm hearing for you, this is almost a thing about manifestation and you creating what it is that you want in your life and making that happen and bringing it to you. With this card, you're searching for better. You're searching for better relationships, partnerships, being able to be more creative in your life. You want communications to flow better. You're looking at the possibility of some traveling that you'd like to do. Education comes to light here again. That's twice. Two cards back to back. Yeah. This is a card of inspiration. It's a card of romance. This card also, the special thing with it is showing you connected to somebody that's like-minded. Somebody that thinks the way you do. Someone that reacts. You have the same feelings toward different issues. You're like that. You're almost one person. If somebody is, one of you is one place and one of you is the other, and the other one has to speak for you or you have to speak for them, it can be done because you already know. You can communicate with each other in a way that takes fewer words, and if you had to communicate that same message to somebody else per se, you talk to your veins are popping in your neck, trying to explain where you're coming from. This person, that never happens. Whoever that's with, you're on the same mindset, you have the same wavelength, you're in the same place, the same time, and this is like the Two of Cups in partnerships. This is possibly a relationship that could last you a lifetime, for the rest of your life. Somebody that's always going to be in your life. A real kindred spirit, we'll say. That's what's going on here with that. This is a card of inspiration and romance. This is beautiful. So it could be one thing that you're going to do and bring to each other's lives is with this person, you feel like the world is your oyster. It's almost like the world card. You feel like the world is opened up. Your horizons that you see coming in your life, what you're visualizing, what you're imagining, what you're trying to envision with this person in your life, double that. The world becomes bigger, wider, more choices. You will broaden each other's horizon. You will support each other. You will inspire each other. You will nurture each other to grow. This is probably a one-time in your life kind of relationship with this person. This could be someone in your life right now. It could be somebody coming around the corner. I can't tell which it is. But there's good stuff. There's that connection with another human being that's rare. At this level, very, very rare and very beautiful, but it's solid. There's no wishy-washy or iffy with this card. Solid. If there's anything you're sure about in this life, it'll be about this relationship. And that brings you great comfort. So, somebody's got one loud-ass motorcycle that I've never heard around here before. I heard it arrive earlier at one of the neighbors. The last card here, this is you. This queen, she represents you. Even though she's not a water sign per se, it doesn't matter. We've got pentacles, and pentacles are all about creativity, a sense of freedom with this card. Tapping into more that this world has to offer than you ever have before. You're going to have more opportunities. I'm sensing your world overall, you and your everyday world, and everything that encompasses is that it's opening up wider than ever did before. You're seeing so many more possibilities. You're feeling extremely optimistic, and you're saying to yourself, really, in the bigger picture, I can be anything I want. I can do anything I want. And there's nothing or anybody that can stop you. That's your gift. That's just for you. This card sees you as very affectionate and very generous. Where's all that racket coming from? Is that Mark's with the motorcycle? There they go. I heard them arrive earlier, and I've never heard that bike here before. You're a good friend to your friends and the people that you care about in your life. You're what they call is the wise helper. You've got a lot of kindness for the people that you care about. You love nature and you love your home life and your home. And you do love your family. Um, this card shows you as somebody that's very practical and very, very down to earth, which means you have your feet on the ground most of the time. And that's something really good. She wants you right now, Natalie, to focus on the key tasks that are going on right now in your life. She wants you to tamper down and to really throw sincere energy into the things that you're trying to bring into your life right now. Do it wholeheartedly. And things will happen a lot quicker and they'll fall into place a lot smoother. Respect the things that you want in your life and put the want to in there. You may also have a woman in your life that's a good support for you. This could be somebody at work, someone that supports you business-wise, work-wise, and in your personal life as well. Somebody you can turn to, someone you can go to. The advice of this card is to push your sleeves up and become more hands-on in the creation of your own life. Be more forward. Be a force to be reckoned with. When you see something you crave, you desire, that you want to bring into your life, you're going to learn to just go right for it. And you're not going to be shy or holding back as much. I get a feeling you hold back a little bit. That you don't really say what you really think. If you know, you could be in a room with a few people and there's a discussion going on. Everybody's got an opinion. And you don't want to voice yours because it's not the popular opinion. So instead you'll hold back. The card wants you to be more hands-on. Get more involved. Give practical help when you see that it's needed to those around you. And also share any knowledge that you have with those that you feel need a little advice, a little know-how on something. Put yourself out there. You're the kind, wise helper, the kind of friend we all want to have in our lives. Somebody that we can count on, and you are it. You're there to support people. If they need to help, you don't turn them down. You do what you can. Your keywords and the final words in this reading for you are generosity, fertility. That means growth and growth within the family unit and your life overall. Money, comfort, love, nature, love our children and animals as well. Now, don't hang up on me yet. I'm not quite done. I'm going to give you a little pendulum reading and see what we can bring up out of that for your questions that you have. Okay, where's my... Okay, where'd Lilith go off to? There she is. All right, let's see. Lilith, we're still within the parameters of Natalie Wirt's personal private reading. And Natalie has 3 questions, and I'd like to represent those and ask them on her behalf. May I do that for her? May I ask questions on her behalf? I'm getting yes. All right, I'll bring the camera down. You can watch. You can see her in action. Now, let me go over your... Okay. Your question about family relationships. Okay. So Natalie needs to know more about her family relationships right now and how they are. Regardless of how things may be for her right now, how do things look for all the tomorrows yet to come as far as her family and her relationships with her family go? Are we looking at growth for her? I like a bit more of a swing, please, so I know it's not me. Are we looking at stability within Natalie's family? There she goes. Yes. Yes. Good, healthy growth within the family as well. If there have been upsets or upheavals, will these be smoothed over and will they heal? Will there be peace within Natalie's family and love and support the way there should be? I'm getting yes all the way around. I'm hearing Natalie will have to do her part, keeping the peace. You're not going to be the one that rocks the boat within the family. If the boat ever gets rocked, it will not be from you. If anything, you're trying to find a balance and keep a balance within the family. And that's a beautiful thing. Your next question. I'm going to stop her. One moment, Lilith. I have to pick the book up. I can't see from here. Your next question. Okay. Natalie wants to know about her career path and anything that she needs to know. And could you bring forth any suggestions, Spirit, please, for her? But how does Natalie's career path that she's on right now, how is it looking? Is it looking promising for her? Does her career path look promising for her that she's on right at this moment? Will she stay on this with this career? Is she going to stay with this like forever? Ooh, no, not forever. But she will find a new career down the road. There's something new coming in for her. Yes. So there's something new on the horizon waiting for you. Okay. What I'm hearing for you is pretty simple. Do the work that you're going to spend the rest of your life doing, and do it with something that matters to you, something that truly matters in life. It's not an empty job, an empty career where you just kind of go and push papers around all day and sit in meetings. You're wanting your work that you do and the energy and the years you'll devote to it to count for something. You're looking to make a difference in the world if that's possible. So you need to explore these avenues. Where do you feel that you're being drawn to? She's agreeing with everything here. Where do you feel you're being drawn to? Time to do some self-examination. You don't want to lead a boring, dull life. You don't want excitement over on the backs of misery either, but you want to make a difference. And the difference is making you feel more whole and complete and like you're doing something worthwhile with your life. There are things and avenues that you need to explore. Her third question has to do with her future of a new home and barn. How does this look for her? Will she be able to manifest the things the way she wants, a new home and a barn to go with it? Are these dreams of Natalie's that she's going to bring into her reality? Is she going to have the new home? Is she going to have the barn? These are important things. I'm just trying to keep myself open. See if there's anything else here with that. How does the future look for Natalie right now? Let's say the next couple of years. Does it look good? Do things overall in the bigger picture look good? Still getting a yes. When will she know about the horse? I'm thinking barn. The house and the barn. When will this be a sure thing with her? Will everything be in place the way that she's wishing it to be within the next, we'll say the next 6 months? Maybe. Oh, okay. When will it all be settled in a done deal? Within the next year? We'll say the next 12 months? I'm still, why am I getting a maybe, Natalie? Why am I getting a maybe? And she's stuck on that maybe. What's up with that? There's something else going on here. Will she have A house and a barn, just what she envisions it to be. Is that what's going? Okay, she's changing. Yes. So everything's going to go her way, the way she wants, as far as that's concerned. Is that correct? Yes. How's Natalie's love life look? How's her love life looking? I'm getting yes there as well. Everything looks great. Good. Good, solid, strong relationship. Will Natalie be fed and nourished and loved the way that she needs to be? And the family situation overall is it's going to be a good, what I heard was, as good a balance as you can expect. That's what I heard. And just like that, in that tone. Well, there'll be a balance about as good as you can figure, you can imagine. Just, yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I don't know what's going on, if there's anything going on in Natalie's family. If there's anything that's out of joint, out of the way, not quite settled, a little unbalanced, will these things settle down and fall into place and let harmony reign within the family structure? And I'm getting yes. Overall, with Natalie's career, her relationships, her family, her house, her barn, is everything going to eventually come together for her the way she wants? That's a nice swing there, Natalie. That's a really nice swing. Well, Nat, oh my gosh, she's excited. She's almost jumping here. Okay, I'm going to ask. All right. You're saying yes already. Funny thing about Pendulum, it reads your mind. It already knows. And how long will all this take to come together for Natalie? The house, the family, the relationships, the career. We're looking at maybe a year from now, maybe next June. Will everything come together by that time? I'm hearing slowly but surely. Oh, she's changing again. What is with this? Maybe. Maybe. I know what it is. Some things are still left to unfold, is what I'm feeling here. Some things are not done developing yet, and they are it's too soon. It's too soon. See, she's switching now to, yeah, that's it. That's it. Let's say 2 years on the outside. Is everything going to come together for Natalie? 2 years on the outside? And will things be just the way, is she going to be happy with the way things have turned out? The results, and where she finds herself in her life. I'm getting yes all the way around. There's a really good feeling, a good energy with this. Thank you very much, Lilith. You may stop for now and rest. Till the next one. You may stop. She's a good girl today. She's listening. There you go, Natalie. I hope that this reading brought you some clarification, some guidance. If anything, I hope it gave you a belief and hope. Things are going to get good. They're going to get better. As far as your family goes and situations there, you can only control and direct so much, and then the rest is up to other people. They all have their own wills as well. But everything looks like it's going to be okay for you in the bigger picture. I see you very happy and very settled, very focused, very direct, and very sure about where you are in your life. And to find out and realize you really are in the driver's seat. You're the one directing the show. Follow through with that power. Keep the peace in. You can share the love and light out. Thank you so much for asking me to read for you. It was a pleasure, Natalie. Okay, and enjoy the rest of your summer, and best of luck to you. Best wishes. You got an exciting future ahead. Bye for now.